Today's message is for you if you are struggling with the loss of something that matters to you. And I don't necessarily mean a relationship, I mean more of a material thing that you are either facing the loss of or have lost. So this could be a house, it could be a piece of art. It could be something that has spiritual meaning to you. And houses do have spiritual meaning. And obviously, works of art do have spiritual meaning to us. So, this is for you if you are struggling with that kind of loss today. The energy that came through to me was another indigenous energy, but this was not a specific individual. This felt like the energy of the Great Spirit coming in representation of a specific tribe, particularly the tribe that considered Mount Rushmore sacred. They, of course, did not call it Mount Rushmore. But I immediately was made aware of Mount Rushmore and of the desert around it and the faces that were carved into it and what that meant for the tribal people who considered that sacred land and was then taken from them by the American government, much against the agreement that they had made. And I believe they fought for that right to keep that sacred land for as long as they could and then didn't have a choice and had to give up and allow a place where they worshiped and grieved and decided and felt and simply were to be taken and turned into a monument to a people that had come and invaded their lands and decimated their way of life. And while they did fight to keep the land, eventually they gracefully accepted what was obviously going to come to pass and that they didn't have a choice but to accept. And so that's the message today. It's about finding grace in loss. It's about remembering, as I suspect they did, and I feel from the energy that's coming through that they did, learn to remember that all of the sacred nature of that land that was taken from them was not taken. The sacred was still within them and around them, even if that land was decimated by the group that took from them everything, took from them their freedom, took from them their lifestyle, took from them their material comfort and support, and locked them into pens, hoping that they would disappear. Even through all of that hardship and through the loss of their loved ones, as well as the loss of sacred land and material objects, through all of that, they maintained a level of grace and a modicum of hope that even if all was taken from them, God was still within them. The Great Spirit was still within them. And that's how they were able to tolerate and survive what is one of the worst genocides in the history of our species. And so, if you are a person who today is struggling with a potential loss, if your house is being taken from you, if there is a rupture in a relationship and you're losing half your things, if a certain piece of jewelry has been lost, anything like that, something that matters to you, remember that the spirit of those things is still within you. And there is a way to maintain contact with that energy because that is what matters to you. It's not actually the object, it's the energy of the object. Even for those who may be losing a home, which takes it to a new level. It's about survival, and obviously that is a great loss. But around the corner is the possibility of a new roof over your head. And so take with you the spirit of love that dwells within those four walls. That is what you hold on to. And that still exists. It can't be taken. Nothing can be taken from you. Material objects are just that, material. Even pieces of earth, like what we now call Mount Rushmore, they are just material objects in front of us. The true nature of who we are, the divine nature of who we are, exists no matter what dwells within. Try to connect with that. Try to breathe with that. And while you grieve the loss, hold on to the strength of that truth within you. If you enjoy my messages, I leave them every day. So please come back tomorrow. And also, please like and subscribe if you are inclined. It helps me very much. Thank you.